Hello, we're back. It is that time. We're going to find out what card you chose. Make sure you watch the entire video because first we're going to take a look at each card individually. That's going to be your pilot card. So that's going to be the card that speaks the loudest to you because that's the one that your intuition guided you to choose. Then we're going to put all four of the cards together. We're going to see what is the overarching theme for all of us over the next couple of weeks. So then you'll see where the card that you chose fits into the bigger picture. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you chose card number 1, you chose every word has power. So what's interesting, if you chose this card, this is really going to be 2 weeks of you wanting to pay attention to the words that are coming out of your mouth or out of your fingertips if you're writing or, sending an email or texting. Really pay attention to what it is that you are putting out to the world. You want to make sure that you're doing things in a non-judgmental way, in a way that lifts people up instead of drags them down. Also, just as kind of a footnote here, this might be a time where relationships or situations run their natural course. So this is why it's really important to manage what is coming out of your energy and being presented to the world. It might be time for relationships or situations to, leave your space so that new ones can come in. The only thing we're wanting to avoid right now is if there are things that you say that maybe will guide a situation or relationship into a place that you're not ready to be expired. So this would be things, that I say something and someone takes it the wrong way. So just be mindful of what's coming out of your space right now. Really, there is in the bigger picture, life's going to bring us exactly where we need to be anyway. However, this card just says, just be mindful of what it is that you're putting out there over the next couple of weeks. If you chose card number 2, treasures in the deep and dark. This is interesting. If you chose this card, this is about going a little bit deeper in some way, shape, or form over the next couple of weeks. You may feel inclined to go a little bit deeper. You may have old situations or new things coming to the surface. This card just tells you, pay attention to what it is that's coming up for you over the next couple of weeks. These things aren't happening by accident. So if you've been looking to do some shadow work or some work, of healing old wounds or, old situations, this card is telling you that these next 2 weeks are the time for you to do that. Really just focus on letting what comes come and let what goes, what needs to go. And, it's just like as natural as breathing. I'm going to let what needs to come in, and I'm going to let things go that need to go or not be in my space anymore. Really, you should be able to look at these things that are coming up for you and have some sort of gratitude for what these situations have brought to your life, even the ones that you're ready to let go of at this point. Where did I receive blessings from all of the situations that are coming up to the surface for me? So, that'll be part of your next couple of weeks, just allowing those things to come to the surface if they come into your space. So if you chose card number 3, look at the art. I love the art on this card. A call to transformation. So if you chose this card, you are likely holding themes of transformation over the next couple of weeks. Like, of course, there's butterflies all over this art. But if you chose this card, the next couple of weeks for you are going to be opening a door for you that is allowing that transformation. If you chose this card, you've likely been feeling like you need to allow yourself to transform. If we think, for example, of the caterpillar that's ready to turn into a butterfly. Here it is, inching along. It's in its fuzzy little caterpillar body, and it's like, all I know is just inching along. I'm safe with the leaves. I hang out here, But when it starts to transform, there's that stage where the caterpillar probably has no idea what's going on. There's this cocoon, and the caterpillar's like, having a little nappy nap or whatever it's doing in there. And, the next thing, there's these wings coming out, and the butterfly is beautiful. So, this is exactly that period for you where you're being encouraged to just allow things to unfold the way that the universe is trying to send them to you. If there's things that don't make sense in your life right now, it's okay. Just go with the flow. Everything will make sense to you when it needs to. So allow yourself to just enjoy that in-between stage of, just where you are. If you're the caterpillar, if you're in the cocoon, if you're getting your wings, but allow yourself to just be where you are, and don't pressure yourself to feel like you need to be or know where you're going in any situation right now. This 2 weeks is about you just go with it and see what happens. Okay. If you chose card number 4, in the midst of the radiant fire. If you chose this card, this is all about inspiration, even gratitude. Like, allow that inspiration to come in at this time. If you can, over the next couple of weeks, sit down with either a voice recorder or a pen and a paper. Allow just whatever needs to come out onto the paper or onto the recorder. If you're an artist, grab some colors, see what happens. Whatever needs to come out is valuable right now. And it's a valuable time for you to allow those things to come out. You might feel fired up. You might feel like, I don't know where to put this energy. But if you start putting it on a piece of paper or somewhere, this might bring something else for you. So allow that inspiration to come in. Something's trying to spark in your energy. And I always say with any of these cards, none of these things are intended or need to be absolutely life-changing. Everything's going to be different from this day forward. This is just asking you over the next couple of weeks, spend your energy allowing that inspiration, that creativity to come in. Whatever it is that's coming up for you, allow it to come in and flow through you. Even if it's something that is, maybe you've tried something before and backburnered it, or, it went to the just to the back of the list, bottom of the list, back of the pile. If it's coming up for you again, it's time to revisit it. So just allow those things to come through you. Now, let's take a look at all 4 of the cards together to see what is the theme, and then you'll take your card and make sure that you insert it as a more dominant energy for you over the next couple of weeks. But let's take a look. So over the next couple of weeks for all of us, this is every word has power. So this card says we all need to be mindful of how we are presenting our energy over the next couple of weeks, how we are presenting our words, What is it that we're putting out to the world? We need to be mindful of that. 2 weeks, that needs to be our theme over the next couple of weeks. I need to be mindful about what I'm putting out to the world. This week, over the next couple of weeks, might be time for us then also to go deeper. So not only are we monitoring what we're putting out to the world, but we're also listening to our body. What is that whisper that's telling us, go deeper? Maybe there's something we need to finish healing. Maybe there's something that keeps coming up for us. Maybe we thought we had dealt with this, or, whatever happened in the past. But now it's coming up and it's agitating us again. Or, there's something that just says, I'm not quite done with this. So pay attention to those things. Pay attention to anything that does come up over the next couple of weeks. Really listen to your energy and your body. If you're being asked to rest, if you're being asked to, get off the couch and do what you're supposed to do, if you're, whatever this is, just pay attention to what your energy is asking you to do over the next couple of weeks. For many of us, in way, shape, or form, we are all moving through some transformational energy at this time. So when we are going through these ideas of, watching what we're saying, we're going deeper, we're paying attention to how we're feeling, this is going to bring us to a time of transformation where we're feeling like maybe things don't feel quite comfortable anymore. Maybe we're not sure, what things are going to look like in 6 months. And that is okay. This card is saying you don't need to look at the big picture at this point. Allow yourself to be exactly where you are at this time. The next couple of weeks, I'm just going to allow myself to be who I am and be where I am and just move through step by step, not worrying about all of the other things that I can't address at this time, if that makes sense. Finally, these steps that we're taking appear that they're going to be leading us to some form of inspiration, creativity. Once we allow ourselves to be in this state of, I am here right now today, ask yourself, what is the date? What is the time? What is the day of the week? You can sit there and say, my name is, I am sitting here on Monday, January, or, whatever the date is. So say that out loud. And I am going to allow this creativity, this inspiration to come in the way that it needs to come in for me. You can write that down. You can use a voice recorder, whatever this is. There is some sort of transformation that's going to lead you to a new unfolding of circumstances or situations. It's almost like it's leading you to a new cycle if you will allow that energy to come in. There may be some people here that want to hold on to things the way they are. Life will let you do that for a while, and that's okay if that's what you want to do. But these cards are really encouraging everybody here to just let things unfold the way that the universe is trying to help us out with that. So let me know in the comments, does this theme resonate with you? Come back in 2 weeks and rewatch this and see how everything unfolded for you. Again, watch for the subtleties because it's not always loud and standing out. It's not always, really obvious. It's often subtle, and you just hear that in your inner voice or your inner intuition. So because things will happen gradually and not all at once, right? Hopefully. So let me know, how does this play out into your life? What's going on in your life that makes these cards relevant for you? So again, we'll meet in another couple weeks. Take care and bye for now, guys.